space cowboy.
Hey guys, welcome to day one of Medina Nationals. Taking this video right at the end of the day, so super tired, a little bit of an afterthought. For this video, we're doing track walk with Baxter and one of the local shredders from the Crush team. Just filmed Baxter showing her down the track. There's going to be plenty of track stuff later on. I'm going to do some line analysis tomorrow. Didn't get any riding today because shuttles were backed up. It was at least an hour and a half for me to get to the top, and by the time I did, runs would have been done. So I jumped into the SRAM tent, had a look at some of the stuff they're doing, had a chat with a few guys for bike checks, so we might chuck a bit of them on, and they'll continue throughout the week, and we'll be doing some more rider stuff. Thanks so much to Canyon for getting me over here. Thanks so much to 2Up and NS Dynamics for keeping my bike running smooth. The 2Up are at the event, so come and have a look at their sick hubs, their wheels, their stems, and everything else they're doing. Crush Oz is here obviously as well. Dirt Surfers keeping me clean, and yeah, Huck the World, can't thank them enough. Haven't got a tee on today, but that's because I wore it as we walked up the track with Baxter. Yes, we walked up the track with Baxter. He said it would be quicker. I debate that, and my shirt will too. Anyway, enjoy the video. Thanks so much. We'll speak soon.
Yeah, that's it. Like walking up there, up the wall fence. My name is Baxter. I'm one of the course builders here at Medina Bike Park, and we're going to take Madison for a look down the track and try and get a few sort of local lines, see if we can find any sneaky tips for her. So come with me. It gives you speed for the whole next like 300 meters. Yeah. So if you fuck that up, you've got no speed for the whole rest of it, and it's hard to get it back because this first traverse is quite straight. Yeah. So I would recommend putting a bit of thought into these turns, and then the next bit you can kind of just ride wherever you end up. Yeah. So what are you thinking? Let's have a look at this bit here, and then you know exactly what you've got to get over, so that you can then hit this thing nice and straight. Yeah. And you want to be landing like where Darren's standing, maximum, and then just pump through. So we'll walk through that bit, and then you'll have that in your brain. Yeah, and then I'll follow you. Saying to Maddie, we want to try and set up for this log feature, stump, whatever you want to call it, as best as possible, because if you don't carry speed out of this, basically you'll have no speed for the next 300 meter traverse, which is quite flat.
Launch off there, it's land.
Down the chute.
And that allows you to so you can either, if you feel comfortable, you can kind of jump across that hole, but otherwise if you can pump through it, and then get into that corner. Yeah. Close to that tree, and then you start getting quiet, because again, at the end of this traverse, you want to be on the right hand side. If I'm giving you too much information, just tell me to shut up.
I'm too bad for taking this stuff in.
From that big tree on the right, and then kind of
you won't get across here.
You have to you nearly have to stop Here is go outside as far as you can, and then cross all the way over, and then go outside as far as you can, and then to the outside going.
Well, I feel like you're taking the piss.
Nah, so at the end of that traverse that we just looked at, you try and get as high as possible so that you can get into this inside. There's like a little gap here that you can do if you want, but you don't have to. And then check up, use this little mound as like your braking point, because it's not going to go anywhere. So you can slow down there, and then there's a pretty crucial inside line that you need to get that will give you speed as your slow down point.
Yeah, I'm just going to come through here.
Because there's another long traverse, and if you don't carry speed out of this, then you're fucked.
So you're going to the right of you there, hey?
Yeah, so you'll be coming like through here somewhere, and then onto this bench. if you then you can ride through the low. Or if you don't feel like you can do that, then the next best option is to run into that catch berm and then still get up high. Fucking scary to commit everything to that low bench.
True.
It's like, it's way better just to be scared across the top and then commit.
I guess this will probably.
You can, it feels fine if you like compress into that and then up there you can compress and then you just basically like unweight for like 2 bike lengths and then you fall onto the bench. And
Yeah. Thank you.
That you can probably, like I could be wrong, it might just hold right in good, and if it holds then it's probably going to be good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be counting everything on it.
We have to try everything.
For you, Jackson.
I think you were the one that mentioned it first.
I'm calling it out for anyone but me. There's 20 bucks on this. Whoever makes it to that knuckle from here, I'll give him 20 bucks.
Done.
How stupid it is.
Depends how rutted out that is, and I'll try.
It's all gonna change, yeah.
You'd be heaps high in the
So, the hotline.
No making that off.
Go
You have
low over
to.
that bench, and then you like cut off it early, and then go into this low bench. And
Talking
then,
about how loose it is.
if you don't feel comfortable just holding that whole thing.
Up to here.
Oh,
Try and get up here.
track walk.
This is probably going to be.
Hey mate, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
I think she's a shoulder into that tree.
You like go low and then hug this tree. It makes the turn like not even that much tighter.
No, it definitely doesn't like feel that tight.
Yeah, and then you can carry heaps more speed over there.
Yeah, and it's heaps easy to ride.
Yeah, it's like it's way safer option.
Yeah.
But then this turn's gonna get fucked, hey.
This is the one you slapped, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I've almost been toying with the idea of like hitting that berm and then going high. It's just a long way out of the way.
No, high and then the hold.
Like even higher than that.
Yeah. Hi, Mum.
Yeah, you're the epitome of business.
Yeah. How gnarly is that route going to get you? Do you think you'd like come outside and then get higher?
That's what I think.
Yeah, that route looks gnarly.
We don't need it. Then you get above it. Oh yeah, up here. Even if you took it like, because that'd be beautiful for that, but then the next corner's fucked. You might lose less time on that.
If you get above
Then what you do if you got stuck in here.
and that'll set you up sick.
Oh, watch their jack jumpers, by the way.
Oh, do jump out of that.
Oh,
You stand right in
Yeah.
it.
Give me a check sheet.
they suck to get bitten
Here,
by.
Matt, if you want to come like around a bit straight and as high as possible, because that root catches your front wheel out, and that low catch is just built out of absolute shit, and probably isn't going to be there in 2 days.
You've seen.
I just want that winning bike check.
Should have done a bike check with you, mate.
It's like a completely different course from the start.
Track walk shoes don't have that much traction. Oh, I'm supposed to say the opposite of that, aren't I? You need to get outside here, which is why you need to get inside here. Because it's to get that outside, is
No. This is about.
You'd be seeing the pimples on the side. I got no pimples on my face. I got clean skin.
Is this all pretty smooth and simple?
Smooth as my face.
Or is it all pretty straightforward?
What?
This part of the track?
Oh, it's pretty straightforward, really. The only thing you got to do is try and hit this outside berm, because if you blow low here, you just run into the trees, essentially. I've tested it. This is all those ones up there. If you can get across this high, then you'll be on, because then you can go through where that dude's standing. You go inside of that tree just next to him, and then into the berm down the bottom. But if you don't feel like you can hold this high line, next best thing will just be rolling through the rocks and then down to the low berm.
Do you reckon so it's like to your right faster?
No, so you go here and then middle. Or if you can't hold across these routes, then you just go bomb straight to the middle. He's going around on that beeline's going to take you 8 hours.
That's gonna get so cute.
Does that line on the right just square you up heaps for down there?
Yeah,
Is that what you're thinking?
coming through here doesn't line you up that good for the turn. But if you come out here and then start turning right, then like puts you into that berm at the bottom like pretty mid.
Yeah.
Especially through here.
Yeah, this will be like a big breaking point.
Yeah.
And then that berm, well that berm's actually pretty big, so I think you'll be able to do it.
15 mil of rain, I can't not right.
Yeah. So Madison, where we walked, and then you want to go into that berm down there.
Yeah.
So you're not riding off that high line?
Nah, it's too hard to get to. The only time I'll be riding this high line is if that berm just falls down the hill, and then you'll go into that little catch and then high.
Yeah, so that guy there,
Yeah.
and then up high.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Otherwise, you're just bombing pretty much outside and then middle and then hitting the corner.
Is that just a consistency thing?
It's just the fastest.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's like the straightest option. Up in and then.
Does it carry more, does it set you up better for that last corner where you're heading now?
Hitting this turn sets you up for this turn a little bit worse.
Yeah.
But the amount of extra speed you can carry all the way into it
Yeah.
is like far greater than what you lose on this corner. In ride line all the way to the bottom.
Let's go.
Yeah,
This
this
actually-
inside you want to get, because going outside while it's like cool because there's big berm is such a long way around. And you sort of don't need that much exit speed out of this because it just points you straight down the hill in a second.
Does taking that outside through there and then coming in here just give you that moment of breathing as well, and you can just kind of drop back in, or?
A little bit, but taking that outside makes getting into this pretty hectic.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, how are you?
But like I said, like the amount of extra speed you can carry through that rock garden
Yeah.
is far greater than what you lose just trying to check up an extra bit to get into this.
Yeah.
Because if you go inside there, it points you straight into this inside and it's awesome.
Yeah.
But trying to get into that inside is really
Yeah.
difficult. Just not quite worth it.
Just so.
Inside,
Through that rocks?
you come like, well, outside right here, and then inside between this like split between the trees.
So skipping that first stump.
Yeah, so you want to come like out here,
Yeah.
and then inside there.
Have you?
There's like a big hole that it goes through here, and like you can gap over it, but
So you have gapped it?
yeah, we've gapped it. Like,
Yeah.
First time I gapped it, I 50-50 cased on the roots on the left there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Full chain guided it.
Ooh.
But if you kind of like set up a little bit wider coming in, and then you can hit this like compression on a bit of diagonal and hit like the taller bit of the lip, and then just pull. But for you, Madison, I would say, because that pulls as how deep of a compression you're going through, and just figure out where you feel most comfortable like hitting that hole. But yeah, you do have to like kind of check up a little bit so that you can get your wheels on the ground here so that you can hop this hole.
So you're
There's
like,
gonna be a lot of roots that are gonna pop out of this.
are you like pre-hopping into this, or are you jumping from there?
No, I'm just rolling those two, and then where you're standing is where I'm jumping from.
Do you compress through it and then pull up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at whether you could like, whether it would be possible to like get fully inside,
Yeah, maybe.
but I don't reckon it would be that on. Now that that's gone though, maybe you could.
I don't think that's
Nah, she's been track wrong, man.
So-
Like just full inside.
Yeah.
So I remember every time you followed me, I could like hear you behind me and then we get this.
Yeah.
So just figure, just ride whatever you find best. Try some different options. I've tried going outside, I've tried going middle. As long as you go inside on that turn, because either way it's going to be slow, so you may as well make it short. And then I've been trying to go inside around this as well. It just makes it like the more inside you go, the bigger the compression is.
Do you reckon it's going to rot up?
Probably not. This thing's like pretty solid, ain't going anywhere.
No, I mean like it's the inside as well.
Oh nah, because that's all rocky bank.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I could be wrong. It might, but I doubt it.
Nice little route there as well.
Have a quick breath there, and then from pretty much about here, just for like 2 bike lengths, you want to be off the brakes, and then you're guaranteed you're going to get across this, doesn't matter what the fuck happens to it. And then you're just going to have to start falling down left anyway. Yeah. There's not much of a line choice, and I think it looks harder to ride than what it is.
Oh my god.
I'm going to get this and then go try and like hold. So if you like come like through that, then you're not getting fucked and unsettled off anything. It's just like a flat off camber all the way through. And then that makes this turn at the bottom here a bit less, and also makes the compression a bit mellower. Get across this. From there to that little jump thing, as much of a straight line as possible. So if you hit this high line, and then if you can hold higher through here, like close to that tree, instead of falling down, because otherwise you're making more turns than what are necessary. But it's not the end of the world if you do just fall down low there, because it's still fast.
Are you going as high as he's standing, or?
I'd be like trying to come through here, because that just like straightens this whole section up, instead of making
just
like,
in front of my toes.
yeah, pretty much. Then that makes this whole section as straight as possible. It doesn't really change that off camber, like you're just going to be falling down this little bank anyway. So if you can stay higher, closer to the trees, then you'll be on for a winner. But it doesn't really matter too much if you can't hold it, because I've ridden low and it works good anyway. This bit's pretty straightforward really. If you can jump down this, then do it. It's not hard at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you're coming down there, because you'll be coming down pretty fast, that you need to slow down for these compressions. I've pumped across this track and then gapped off where Darren's standing into that next hole, which was it was fun, but it didn't feel very fast. And then I've thought about gapping off the road into that compression, but
You gapping into this?
yeah. So
What's that?
Sets you up widest into that corner.
Yep. What's that? That's 8 feet.
Oh, from there to there?
Yeah.
Maybe. It's not that. Back open.
Yeah, I'm sweep rider.
Oh. Oh well, on you go then.
Can I have a stem?
This is me track walk, mate.
Yeah, nice. Woo! Yeah, Mick.
Can I have a spank stem?
Fuck.
Berm.
And then high.
And then popping up high.
And then
Yeah.
failing that, if that berm falls apart, which it probably will, then you just got to go full high the whole way. The crucial bit of this section is that you get high at the end so that you get a good run into that road gap. Whatever you work out works best for you there, sweet. Like, I have ridden into this low bench, but it's slower, but it makes this easier to get. So if that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. But the two fastest options are either hold full high or hit that little rut and then go high.
Is this track going to be called Snoop Dogg because it's all about getting high, or?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We've called it the Natty after the National Park pub.
Okay. Had to get.
You'll be able to jump this easy.
So you can pretty much start from where Madison's standing.
Basically, like, if you start like at the entry to that corner,
Yeah.
do like 2 cranks and then you're fine.
Because it's pretty long and low, hey?
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's decently long, except it's got enough fall, and like you can case it pretty good.
Yeah.
And you'd be fine.
Surely I'd send you over the bars though. Okay.
After this, I think that right hander is going to be Instagram famous, because there'll be like 800 clips of kids just squaring it off.
Yeah.
And then the corner's going to be in the trees and non-existent. So you want to be like jumping this road gap a bit to the left so that you can get the inside, and the inside's heaps easier to hold than what it looks like it is.
Yeah, so left and then
But
full
you land
inside.
like a bit out here and then just miss that turn completely, just go full inside.
That is sick. I'd rather a photo of that, to be honest.
Sounds like pretty easy.
It's almost got a bank to it, hey?
Yeah, and like you can like run wide on the exit and it doesn't matter. Whereas this, like you can see that's already a slapper's dream. You literally hit that turn, you don't try and square it off, and it just goes out of any of the B lines.
Yeah.
But you can still ride it sort of fast.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give you much for this scap though, does it?
No, you can get over it easy though.
Yeah, true. Sorry.
Okay.
I like how I said all this stuff at the start about how we're going to approach the track. Yeah, it's super easy. Literally the jumps I wouldn't stress about that. These two jumps are like the easiest.
Hey Baxter, you do know people are going to be watching you when you ride for the next 4 days.
We're wearing all
I got lost. I ended up like pedaled around there trying to ride the cross country track. Thought about it.
Oh, you can't pedal up the normal type because it is the cross country track. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly, Baxter.
Yeah.
So
In future, just go up the fence line.
yeah, no, I know. That's where I was trying to get to, but they wouldn't let me across the track down the bottom.
Are you doing mechanics track walk?
Yeah. Just working hard.
It is super fun
Yeah.
pushing up.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I'm a lot drier than I once was, but I'm still fucked.
Still moist. Yeah, I thought the track was open already.
And this inside is really easy. And then if you do, basically if you came out of the trees and hit that left-hander with decent speed, like didn't really brake too much, and then just didn't touch your brakes all the way that jump, you'd probably be sweet. But the B line for it's not that much slower, so
Yeah. It looks even a bit faster.
it's not, because you got to go uphill into it. So that uphill roller washes out so much speed.
Yeah.
But this, if you can skip this step down and like rail the side of the takeoff instead, that's what I've been thinking I'm gonna do. But I'm not sure how much fast you're gonna be cutting in, whether you can get there or not.
Do you reckon it's going to set you up for the inside at Wellcould?
Yeah. If you like could get that inside and miss the jump, instead jump to this better. But getting to this isn't hard anyway.
So unofficial whip off on this?
Well, if you can, yeah. I would say unofficial whip off on the next jump.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got a bit more going for it.
What do you reckon, Crush will get on board?
Yep. Matt loves giving away free shit.
Let's do it.
The lip's super predictable. I've shaped it about 6 times, so it's perfect now. Or as close to anyway. Yeah.
Even if you over jump, you're like so fine.
Like someone triple it, 100-foot triple.
You break it fast.
Too nice to find on it.
Are you hitting it all the way to where you are?
I've only been just like squashing it to that little landing, but I'm pretty keen to give it a pull in practice.
Yeah. Long jump contest as well?
Yeah, I wanted to paint lines down it. Basically as fast as you can, and you'll be fine. But the B line's not that much slower. Me and Dan have tested it. Like the B line's fine.
Is this what you were hitting at 60?
Yeah.
The A-line
thanks for coming along on the track walk with us. Madison, what do you reckon of the track?
The track was really sick.
Yeah.
Excited?
Yeah.
We'll go get into some practice now and see how she cuts up.
Sick.